Guys, so I have my guest who name is Steven, who will not be on camera, but you can still hear his voice. Steven, can you say hi?
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, for some reasons, Steven is a very important guy and he doesn't want to be on camera and on his real name, but he's still a really knowledgeable person and capable of sharing really great information. One thing that Steven and I share is we have quite a bit of equipment for filming, a lot for filmmaking. And nowadays, with this coronavirus thing, I think that locations will be limited and things cannot be filmed on large crowds. So what we can do shoots on nature. We can do shoots on like a very small team, and I want to talk about the settings and having great sound and great light. Maybe Steven can share some ideas what we can bring to the table if two of us will come and film. So we have a number of 4K cameras. I have Sony, and I have like one camcorder and one like a mirrorless one, the one that I'm using now. Steven has another like nice Sony Panasonic 4K camera. What your camera can bring that mine cannot?
Well, certainly you tend to bring the raw image. Some people call it flat. That's when you shoot that way.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to really concentrate on is the exposure.
Audio, but okay, I have a boom mic. I have a pretty decent boom mic. I have like right now we're wearing two lav mics. My mic is like Sony mic, and it's like what, like at some point it was like $325. Maybe it's now cheaper in B&H, but it's still really nice Omni mic. The one that I actually put on Steven right now, I got it from AliExpress. It's like $8 mic. So hopefully, and since I'm talking on both mics on the camera now with a splitter, which is like Belkin, maybe like $3-4, and the mic that I have on Steven is about $8 mic with a converter to like a 3.5 millimeter, which is another dollar. So his mic is $9 and my mic is like $325.
Yeah.
Can you tell the difference? Like, say I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steven, can you count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, if you can tell the difference between those two mics, let us know, because I tried before and I have not seen much distinction, even though it's a huge difference in price.
Yeah, one thing is for sure with the technology, little differences can make large differences.
Yes.
Lack of a better term. So sometimes it's not always the cost, is what it's doing. So sometimes, that's why I always tell people when they ask me if what they should buy, you have to know what you're doing before, and what you intend to do before you buy something.
I agree.
That really intend, because sometimes,
You're wrong mic in the wrong condition, or you hold the mic too far, too close, or the wrong direction. Like even with lav mics, it's really agree. It's important. It's a whole skill to put them.
The more expensive you buy something, is the more manual you have to use it, and people don't understand that part of it.
Yes, that's something that I'm amazed about you, because you do a lot of work and manually.
So sometimes the cheaper is the more automatic settings. It's almost like it's a little different with the cell phone. With cell phones, the more expensive is the more better with auto. But with cameras, the more expensive the cameras is, the more manual you should have to use it to get the best shots.
Right now, many schools are trying to do remote studying, and people want to learn remotely. Can you talk a little bit about like what kind of setup we can bring to the classes? So I have at least maybe 5 or 6 really good tripods. I have like 5-6 different cameras, computers, so I can set up pretty much really nice classroom where the teacher can show the camera, move the camera around, and they have good light and good sound, so the classes will be well transmitted, especially if it's live, so students can answer or ask questions and go back and forth with the teacher. Or what kind of suggestions can you suggest
Well,
for?
with the equipment I have, you can go live from. I can go live from any camera, literally. Can even go live from a surveillance camera, because or the most thing I think about
But
when I go to a location
you
is-
can, but the quality, people want at the end, like if the teacher is teaching how to do chemistry lab or a math or something, showing that the camera has to be able, he has to be able to put a camera close
Yeah.
and distance, and you
So
should
with
be
that,
able.
it's like you have four cameras. So you use one for the close, one for, and it's high quality.
But how do you switch between those cameras?
You
Like
use
a
the software on the laptop.
so, but the teacher is concerned with like teaching a class. Teacher is not concerned much with the software, because do they need a separate person to run the software,
They do
separate
it-
person
well, that
to
will
film, or
determine-
it's they
the
can
first
do it
question we'll
independently?
ask them is like, how many camera angles they need, right? So if they need
They
one-
want to
if they need two
they
camera
want
angles,
the simplify stuff. I think because okay, the simplest thing they can film with their cell phone, and that's about it. But the cell phone camera will not produce really amazing picture or amazing sound. So how the next
It's
level?
gonna be set up very simple. It's just like the keyboard, and you have the keyboard, and when you click on the keyboard, you click with number one,
Mhm.
goes to the camera one. You click number two, it goes to the camera two. So that can be set up very,
So it could be the keyboard can
Yeah.
be like a TriCaster basically.
yeah. And it's just
So
like you
it's-
click on number one, it goes to camera one, and it's in the software. You open up the software, and it pops to
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, all over. It just
What do
needs
you,
to be
what do you
programmed.
think the cost of putting setup like that could be?
Well, the setup is still
And can they use it on their own? Because, for example, if they're doing, let's say, a fashion shop or like it's a fashion designer, and the camera is set up not properly color graded, and colors are not coming correct and properly, it's not going to show well
to
the
take
colors.
when you're setting up something for someone to operate on their own, you will take into ahead of time. You will think, okay, is they going to be using the exact same lights in the room? Just in this exact same light in the room, you just preset the cameras.
Yes,
don't
but
have to
let's say
worry
they use the light in daytime, right? And the sun, guess what? Sun keep moving. So if the class is for an hour or two, and the sun was a little bit lower,
Yeah.
and now it's higher,
Therefore, you have to
the
set
sun
your
the
cameras
sun
on
gonna
partly
change.
manual, partly automatic, which is not the best, but that's why you have to know what's going to be going on. You set it on partly automatic for the exposure. But anytime it needs to be done professional, you'll need a person on site at all times.
But right now, everybody competes for attention. My YouTube is 800% more views than a month before. And I attribute this because people stay home, they have nothing to do, so I have lots of fashion videos, they just watch beautiful girls walking. And instead, otherwise they would have to go to work and like work. Now they have time, so they're watching my videos. But and like you said, once everybody will stay home and everybody will broadcast, how do you get your video more popular than others through that crowd of many more streamers than it before?
But with the
Because
streaming, I surely see is not the quality necessarily. It's all about the personality or the subject.
both
The
matter.
subjects,
But-
you can like.
But we compete on every level. We compete on quality. We compete on the personality. We compete on content. Everything matters.
But
No,
it's just like two main parts: the personality,
Mhm.
then the content.
But you watched so many YouTube channels, and
Yeah.
some successful and some not. What are the main ingredients to be a successful channel? Like we're watching this Action Kid guy who walks around New York City with streaming from different like really cool locations. Like what do you think is his secret? How come he is capable to get such a
have a
great
mixture of-
picture?
I-
His connection is not dropping. And he doesn't. He speaks just normal stuff. Like, and people
I see,
donate money to
but I
him.
see three things that have him going, which is always a combination of three, but one of them will never work. And one, if it's missing, it will never really work. It will work for certain videos. If you want consistency, it's got to have a personality.
He has a regular
And
personality.
his
He's not.
personality is that, number one, when it has no one else like him really doing what he do.
Why?
He talks
He's
to
regular. Normal. He's a normal guy. He's not
people.
crazy. He's not
No,
shy. He's
nobody
not-
just really, even the people who live stream, he responds back to people all the time. So these people feel very important.
So
and it's
he
like
has a feedback.
He,
Mhm.
it's,
I
and
res-
so many people type in, and some of them he never really answer to. But if you do long enough, he'll always answer back to you. You're Christians, so that's one thing people.
I
and he
see.
literally-
Bianca does it all the time and still doesn't get the numbers he got.
But what he does, he literally answer back. So like if when he's walking, somebody gonna say, what it says on the sign there, and he'll be on cue enough to answer back. So when one or few people realize that they all want to sooner or later be responded, and he makes sure and does that. I don't know if he does that intentionally,
Mhm.
but he always responds in between 4 minutes. He never let 3 minutes pass without answering a question. He never
Mhm.
lets like 3 minutes pass without answering a specific question about the surroundings from his audience.
Mhm.
He's not
So
just talking. Some of them stay and just talk, and they really
so
answer.
it's a
and he-
conversation.
So it's even more than a conversation. It's almost like educational because you learn automatically from when
Mhm.
somebody will say like what's that building, and he'll just tell you what that building's about because he knows the city, right? And you
Mhm.
talk about it. So literally, if you listen to him, it's better than just watching a video of the city.
He
So I
does
realize
so
he
much by
grabs people
himself.
on
He
that.
doesn't have a team of people like giving him feed.
Mm.
Like, oh, he say this, say that.
No.
While he's talking, research information for him. It's a one-man show.
Yeah. And he knows the city because I am a person who knows the city pretty well. And so when he says things, I know it's factual if he's not saying facts. So
Mhm.
pretty much everything he says, you know, or you don't talk on it. So like sometimes he'll be passing an address and people will say it's Carnegie Hall there, and then he'll give you a whole little history on Carnegie Hall. And he'll turn the
Without-
camera to Carnegie Hall.
Mhm.
And then you know what he's saying is not a lie because I know what he's talking about. So he makes sure, and he been doing this a while, and he's a
But
New Yorker.
why
so
do
he
you
knows
think
the city.
people donate so much money to him? Why do you think he is getting all this money?
Because people rooting for him. That's the personality. If he didn't have a personality, nobody would have done it. Because he'd have so many videos online that will just go viral. Like, he'd have a lot of YouTube channel.
Right.
Even me, they'll put up like 20 videos, and 3 or 4 of them will go viral and have more views than him. But these people, it just happened that video go viral. People not donating money. But
Mhm.
him and a few other YouTubers I know another YouTuber, he will have 50 people in the room, and when he done, he could leave there with $1,000 out of those 50 people in the room. Some people just donate $150, another person $200. You
Mhm.
see it with my own eyes, so it's
And there is a way through
personality.
the like YouTube to donate money, so it's real.
it's personality driven, and you see it pops up there on the
Mhm.
screen. So it really
Okay.
is like I'll say personality driven. The others you can make it, but it will be individual videos. So the live is the goal. The only thing he do right now is a lot of people probably trying to figure out how he get consistent signal.
Inconsistent signal.
Consistent signal he gets. He had to be using something.
Do you think he has like a particular service or like something special, or he knows
And he
where?
knows the dead areas in the city with signals too. So he aware of that. He's doing it long enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, let's stop at that point. Guys, if you will have more questions and ideas, like what do you want us to film? Like I brought today my long lenses, so I'm gonna use this one to film from the distance. I'm sure you guys would not be able to kind of I'm not gonna get coronavirus from the distance.
Is that the
If it's
600?
no, this is 1200. It's 1200 to like 2400.
Pretty good.
That's pretty, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $150 or something.
And you can attach it to any cameras?
Yep, you can put it like I bought it for Sony, but I have for Nikon and Sony this one.
Oh, okay.
It's just converter.
So I mean, you can
It's
shoot
all
some
manual.
You can shoot some video through that stuff?
Yeah, I do. If you watch my whale videos, like when I filmed the whales and I filmed the dolphins from the beach, I filmed that with this or with this lens because it was really in a distance. Plus, my other camcorder has like let me show this one. It has 600 zoom. So the other one is mostly for the video, and this camera has 600 zoom. So I can do pretty distance filming with that one. So it's digital, but it's still pretty good picture. It's a 4K camera. It's a full sensor camera, so it's like has enough brain cells and sensor ability to film from distance. So that will keep me safe from coming in contact with fox. Let me set up for next one, and I'll be back. Bye.